Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending the Association for Individual Development Virtual Job Fair event. I would like to introduce you to Kevin. Kevin will tell you about his company, job openings, and how to apply for those openings. Kevin?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Harris. I am the HR recruiter here at Association for Individual Development. We are an organization that works with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and also mental disabilities. Just tell you about we started in 1961, working with a couple moms got together because their children had disabilities, so they wanted to put a program together for their individual children. So we started off small, and now we have a large group of individuals that we work with. We actually have group homes within our Kane County sector, from all the way to South Elgin down to Yorkville area. We also have, again, we have direct support professional positions. Those positions basically work in the homes or in our day program with individual clients that have disabilities. We also have other positions, entry-level positions like a mental health professional position that actually works with individuals on the mental health spectrum. So if you are interested in one of those positions, and we also have other positions as well, just to name a few, we have a truck driver position open. We have, of course, the direct support professional, the mental health professional position. Then we also have a client account position out in our Elgin office. We also have just quite a few positions. So if you are interested, please visit our website at www.aidcares.org and apply for one of the open positions. Once you apply for the position, you will either get a call back from me or you will get a call back from a manager or director regarding the position. So once again, if you are interested, please visit our website, www.aidcares. Now, some of the requirements for each position, the minimum requirements are age of 18 years old for a direct support professional position, and you also have to have a valid driver's license and a high school diploma. And also, you have to show proof of an auto insurance declaration. So please make sure you have those three things, and that's what's required for a direct support professional position. But when you get into the mental health professional position, you still need a valid driver's license. That position does require the age of 21, and also it requires a high school diploma with 5 years of experience working in the field of mental health, or a college degree in human services like social work, psychology, or any other human service degree. So again, if you are interested, please give us a visit, aidcares.org, and I will reach out to you via email or via phone call. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you so much for that presentation there, Kevin. And again, if you do have any questions for Kevin, please feel free to enter those in the chat. We'll get those answered for you as soon as possible. Kevin, while we are waiting for some questions to come in, I do have some questions on my end that I'd like to ask you, just some general questions for job seekers who are either on the call or might be tuning in at a later date. Are you available to answer some of those questions?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So the first question that I have for you, Kevin, is one that is obviously at the forefront of a lot of folks' minds right now. I know we're beginning to come out of it, but again, still not out of the woods yet. Question is, how are you handling COVID safety precautions? And are there any sort of alternative interviewing arrangements or working arrangements that you offer, such as, virtual interviewing or remote work?
So with our positions, a lot of our managers are not doing face-to-face interviews. They are doing virtual interviews. And once they do the virtual interview, then if they are hired for the position, then they will meet face-to-face with myself and then also with the manager. As far as working with clients, we typically, we try to keep our social distance. We provide face masks and face shields as possible. We also provide other PPE. So if someone needs it, it's there for them. We also, in our day program, we have not brought all of our clients back because of the space. We don't want to overcrowd someone in the classroom, especially during this COVID-19 situation. So we do have those in place. So if you need something, just always talk to a manager or talk to the human resource department, and we'll be able to get that out to you.
Excellent. Thank you for that response, Kevin. And Kevin,
You're welcome.
can you elaborate a little bit more on your shift system there at AID? Is it like a typical 9 to 5 type of deal, or do you operate multiple shifts? And if so, are there particular ones that you're hiring for more than others?
Okay, so we actually we have different shifts. One shift will be a day shift. That is our day program, direct support professional or mental health professional. So we do have some day shifts like a 8:30 to 2:30, 3 o'clock, or it might be a 7:30 to 3:30. So we do have daytime shifts. We also have second shift and third shift DSP residential positions. Those shifts basically you work in the group home with the clients. So those shifts usually, if it's a day position, it'll start around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and it'll go until maybe 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. Our overnight positions usually start from anywhere from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. or 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. So that's how our shifts are. And then we also have other positions that do work on the weekend. So we have a wide variety of positions. Mostly, if you're looking for a direct support professional position, I know the schedule for those positions. I can tell you what the schedule is, so please reach out if you are interested.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Kevin. And Kevin, kind of building off of that question there, what would a typical day look like for somebody who might apply for, all or some of the jobs that you referenced here today? You could pick just a few and give folks an idea as to what a typical day might look like working for AID.
Okay, so a typical day, if you're working in our day program, you'll come in the morning around 8:30. You will be assigned to a classroom. You work during the day with individual clients that have disabilities. As you're working in the classroom with the clients, you are teaching them some different skills, some coping skills, and just some other skills that everyday skills to teach the clients. And then you take a break for throughout the day, take a break for lunch with the clients. We do not leave the premises because you have to be there with the clients. And then also, you just plan different whatever their plan is for the day. You do that until your shift is over. Now, in other positions, I cannot tell you all of the stuff that a mental health professional would do. I cannot tell you everything a case manager would do, but those positions do work directly with clients, and they also have different things that they do throughout the day with the clients.
Understood. Thank you for that, Kevin. Much appreciated. The next question that I have for you is, can you kind of elaborate on what, some of the standard benefits are that the organization offers? And then you could even highlight, if applicable, maybe any sort of fringe benefits that AID might offer to its employees as well.
Okay, so right now we have medical, dental, vision insurance. Those three take effect the first of the month following 58 days of employment. We also have a group life insurance plan. We also offer supplemental insurance if you want to get additional. We also have short-term and long-term disability insurance. We also provide PTO, paid time off, which for all full-time employees, you get up to 200 hours of PTO, which is equivalent to about 21, 25 days off a year. We also have 6 paid holidays. We also provide a 401k plan to all of our employees. We also provide tuition reimbursement. So if you're working full-time and you decide to go back to school for a higher degree in human services, then tuition reimbursement is there for you after 6 months of employment. We also have a critical illness insurance benefit that we give to all full-time employees, and also it has a health benefit attached to it too. So you go to the doctor for a wellness checkup, you can get paid $50 just for going for the checkup. Just show proof to the insurance company, and they will send you a check. We also provide additional critical illness insurance if someone wants it, of up to $10,000. We also have an optional accidental insurance plan if someone want to get it. And the last thing that I want to talk about is a referral bonus. If you work for AID and you refer someone to the company, you can get paid for the referral if that person gets hired. If that person stays for a total of 6 months, your referral bonus can go up to $400. So those are some of the benefits that we have here at AID.
Fantastic. Thank you for that thorough response, Kevin. I do have some additional questions for you. The next question that I have is, can folks expect to be paid for the time in which they're being trained? And then kind of building off of that as well, do you pay folks who work for you, for continuing education expenses, perhaps certifications, training, things of that sort?
Yes, I forgot to mention, yes, we do offer paid training. So all of our trainings are paid. Um, so you don't have to worry about coming to work and you have to go through a training and it's unpaid. No, all of our training is paid. So as a direct support professional position, if you are not already DSP trained, we pay you to go through our DSP training. We also pay you for first aid CPR training and CPI training as well. If you have to take a CEU or any other course, we do pay for that as well. As long as it's been approved by your manager, that should be covered.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kevin. And I do believe during your presentation that you had mentioned, I believe for all the positions that folks need a minimum of a high school diploma. I just want to see if you can verify that. And if that's not the case, do you have any positions that you do offer that don't require a minimum kind of education requirement?
Okay, so yes, our direct support professionals positions does require a minimum of a high school diploma. And if someone comes in to apply for a direct support professional, but if they have a college degree, there is a bump in pay, a pay increase. And then also, if they don't have a high school diploma, but we also accept GEDs. But with a GED, they have to show proof of their transcripts. Those are some positions. And then, like I said, we do have other positions that requires a college degree. So if someone has a college degree with that position, we do require transcripts in a sealed envelope to be given to HR so that we can verify that that person actually did graduate from the university.
Understood. Thank you for that, Kevin. I'm assuming since you are a kind of healthcare and social assistance organization, folks will probably have to be subjected to a background check, would be my assumption. Can you kind of elaborate on what the process is that'll be expected there? Do you do background check? I'm assuming pre-employment drug testing, things of that sort that folks
Yes,
need to be aware of as well.
yes, we do a background check. So once someone applies, they have to go through a background check with the healthcare worker system with DHS. So once they apply, they have to fill out a form, and then I will send that information. If the person is not already in the system, they would need to go and get fingerprinted to be part of the healthcare worker background. Once they get fingerprinted, they are already in the system, the healthcare system, and with that fingerprinting, they can go anywhere and apply for a position in healthcare without going and getting re-fingerprinted. Now, as
Fantastic.
far as drug testing, we do not require pre-employment drug testing. We used to require that, but not right now due to other issues like the medical marijuana or some other things that came out. So we do not require that anymore because we do not want to assume that someone is using drugs and they're really not. So we just eliminated that process and only do the fingerprints.
Understood. Thank you for that response, Kevin. And the next question that I have for you is one that might be a little bit odd, but it actually comes up frequently on a lot of the events that I host. That question is, are there any sort of restrictions on tattoos, hair color, piercings, or other sort of appearance issues?
No, we have no restrictions on any of that. We just ask that you try not to have too many tattoos because, working with disabled individuals, they might look at that and they might consider that to being maybe some kind of trigger to them. Even with long hair, I try to express to individuals, try not to wear your hair very long because we don't want any injuries to happen at work. So we do not, again, we do not restrict you from having any tattoos or piercings or whatever that is.
Understood. Thank you for that, Kevin. And I don't believe I asked you this question already, but if I have, please feel free to remind me. The question is, how long does your hiring process typically take from the point of submitting an application to actually being extended that formal offer for hire?
Okay, so our hiring process is not a long process. Depending on which department it is, we usually, once you apply for a position, I get the application, I will review the application, I will give you a phone call of your DSP and schedule you for an interview with a manager. Other positions, they go through other processes, but typically anywhere from maybe 1 to 2 week process.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Kevin. And I do want to kind of ask you one final question here that I have on my end. That question is one that I like to end all my sessions with, and that is, what are the opportunities for advancement with AID? And are there any sort of success stories that you'd like to highlight for folks who either are on the call or will be tuning in at a later date, just to give them an idea of, again, what's possible, regarding employment with AID?
Okay, so basically what happens is at AID, all of our positions, one, are posted internally and externally. Once a person applies for a position, if they see something, after 90 days, if they will want us to move on to a different position, they can apply for the position. And then as long as they meet the minimum requirement, there's room for growth in the organization. We don't try to hold anyone back from going to whatever position. I'll give you an example. Because I work for AID, I've been here for almost 8 years. I started off as a direct support professional, and as I started off as a direct support professional, I went to various positions. I went from a DSP to a DSP house manager. I went from a DSP house manager to a DSP behavior support, working with more intense clients. And I did that for about 3 years. After 3 years, a position became available as an HR recruiter, which I am right now. I applied for the position and went through the interview process, and here I am now. So yes, we do like to promote from within the organization because we know that our staff are better at, they have more knowledge of handling the clients that we serve.
Understood. Thank you for that, Kevin. Much appreciated. And Kevin, as we kind of begin the wrap up of our session here today, I want to give you one more opportunity to provide any sort of summary statements that you'd like for folks who might be tuning in. And then if there's anything in particular that you would like to highlight, again, that you might have already covered here today, just to keep that at the forefront of folks' minds, that would be fantastic. And you can do so now.
All right. So again, if you are interested in applying for a job with AID, because we do work with individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities, and also with mental behavioral disabilities, please go to our website, which again is www.aidcares.org, and apply for one of our open positions. Again, we also require, we require the high school diploma for the minimum degree or GED with transcripts, and we do offer the referral bonus. So if you do get hired for AID, and if you were to refer someone to AID, if that person got hired, you can receive a referral bonus of $400 total if they stay 6 months. So please, once again, reach out to us at aidcares.org. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Kevin. And I do have one additional question that came to mind here before we wrap up. If folks do encounter any sort of issues with the application, or they just have general questions regarding employment with AID, what would be the best way to get those questions answered? Would it be to reach out to you directly, or is there a general informational email or location that folks should be directed to get those questions answered?
Okay, so they can call me. My number is 630-966-4028, or you can email me any questions. My email address is KHARRIS at aidcares.org. So either way, I will be able to answer any of your questions and get back to you in a timely fashion.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Kevin. And I just do want to remind the folks who are on the call, this session has been recorded, and it will be added to the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel later this afternoon. Once it has been uploaded at that location, I will also link the video to the AID employer booth, which you see on the screen. You will be able to access that video and review anything that was covered here today. If you need to reference any info that was covered for your application process or just to brush up on anything, again, that was covered today, you will be able to do so at that time. Again, thank you, Kevin, for joining us today. Thank you for being flexible to stick around and answer some of our questions. Hope that you have a great day and a great upcoming weekend. And to the job seekers, who might be tuning in as well, we hope that you have a great day and a great weekend as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you.